Hello people, welcome to another episode of Iron Fist Mining. I have this kind of brainstorming and came up with an idea of a new type of sluice. And it's going to trip you out, so when you see it, you're going to be like, dude, that's never going to work. But there's some logic behind it, and I'll kind of walk you through it. I also have to say thanks to Del Boy for mentioning me on his show. So if you're tuning in and watching this show because of Del Boy, welcome. And again, thank you, man. Do appreciate it. And we're going to build more hot rods still. There's going to be some more stuff. There's an engine over here we're going to put in Project Good Deed. You'll see. I'm going to trick that thing out too. But I got some explaining to do, so stick around, stay tuned, we'll see what I can come up with. I have no idea how I'm going to do this either, so it should be good. Alright people, I'm kind of dealing with limited space and light conditions. Joey's girlfriend's moving and some of her stuff is here. So, anyway, I got, this is the first sluice I've been putting in the series of the 3 sluices we run, the Job and the Key. This one has hog mat, which this black stuff is, hog mat, because it goes up and down, it undulates. It looks something like this if you look down upon it with a magnifying glass. The big material blows over the top, and then the heavier chunks of gold kind of fall down into the bottom, and you get all these chunks of gold in the bottom of the hog mat. Anyway, that's what this stuff is. You can kind of see it now, right? This little area where all the scratches are, that's where I've been taking my sucker and throwing the stuff in the money cup because of this little lip where the 2 areas meet. Okay? Now I've gotten so good at taking this stuff out, the 3 sluices that I'm running aren't catching any gold. In point of fact, on this whole thing, the gold stops right about there if I miss it. If that was running in the water from this point to that point, everything else is useless now because of that. So what I'm thinking is make another one of these where there's like a trap right here, because the lighter material shoots right over the top and keeps going. And because of this lip, the golden stuff is stopping right here, which it makes sense if you think about it, because these things classify materials from heavy, medium, then light material. Stands to reason, yes? So, if I can make this drop off at the right angle, the light material keeps shooting over the top and all that heavy stuff is going to fall right down into a lower collector. Does that make sense? That is the theory. So, I have some material, which I'm going to have to go get it because there isn't enough light and it's storming outside and blah blah blah. I'm going to throw a little fit here, so hang on. Alright, so I bent this up, and it's not to where I like it. You can see all the ugly body work. Kinda, I got to sharpen the edge, and I'll show you how to do that maybe using various things. I bent this over the table over there on the edge. You just put it on the edge and you push really hard. And again, the shop's messy because Joey's messy and messy. But I made this other tray, and it was supposed to fit inside here to make that little lip catching area, blah blah blah. You get what I'm saying? Seeing? Maybe? But I started thinking about that maybe this wouldn't sit in there right, blah blah blah. So I'm kind of thinking of making a skeletal structure like the one I did for the wash plant, and then it'd sit in there and I can open it and then pour all the contents of the shiny out of this. But it's kind of hard, you know, making something out of junk. That these were for when there's holes in new construction where like a toilet or a sink will go, they'll put these plates down so you don't fall in the hole. So this is not aluminum, it's some kind of galvanized steel, and it's really hard to bend. But this is going to be the overall size of it in comparison to that. And then I'm going to put that mouth on this. But I'm also thinking of increasing this lip size so it gives a little bit taller of a drop off for it. And then I'll make an insert that fits in here. And then it opens up. So we'll see if I can do that. But first I gotta get these lines straight. Again, sorry about the light conditions. I'll try to improve this in the editing stage, but this is my English wheel, or the Dale wheel. And then using the edge of the work table, I got one of the old body hammers out. And what you want to do, like, this is really how I made the bumper for Project Sam, is I put it on the edge of the table, and you get your primary bends. You shove and shove and shove and shove and get your primary bends going. I in fact use a chisel too. So you can see some of the chisel marks. I got off my bend there, but that's how I started it. I did a line with a chisel, tick 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 tick, got it to bend. But as I started over here, I kind of got this sharper edge going. And what you do is you just basically push as hard as you can up on it and keep working the line until you start to see this sharp edge appear. See how this is kind of beveled, rounded, and this is more like got an edge to it. You keep working it until you get that sharp edge, and all these wrinkles will work out. So I'm going to do that. I'll come back and show you what this ugly thing looks like afterwards. Maybe it'll be a little straighter. See, here's what I mean by it's storming. See all the water? Here, I'll zoom in on Dewey's car. Underwater. Picking up rain. Yeah. Awesome, huh? Great day in sunny California. Little creek flowing over here. Should put a sluice out. Alright people, there's the basic doodah. Like I said, it's short. This piece of plastic, I'm going to cut this into hog mat with a saw. That's going to be tomorrow. Got the deck screwed down. And I put some of the screen, the same kind of stuff I got on my wash plant, right here to catch the crack suckings. Got the mouth on it. It comes off. This comes out and you can see the underside of the pan. Like you can see, they're all screwed in and fastened. I'm going to fix it some more and box on the ends. But this episode's running kind of long. But that's kind of the deal. And I got to fix that gap right there. I'll come up with something, I'm sure. Won't be an issue. So, that's the idea. And it's all going to drop inside there. I'm wondering if I can just, I'm probably going to have to still classify it, but I think this is the key to catching the gold. We'll see. It's going to be some aggressive hog mat, man. I've never seen it that thick before, but they're going to be about a 1/4 inch deep by the time I'm done. Really close to it. Yeah. 3/16 maybe. Yeah. Joe's here. What do you think of it, Joe? I got some finishing touches to do, but ta-da.
Now you gotta drill on the one from the side.
Yeah, I gotta attach the sides, but I'm running out of time, and it's flooding out in the street. Some levees are breaking and junk around here too. Why don't you use the rake right here, man?
Oh, I thought I had it.
There, it's right there.
No, I'm gonna put my jacket on. It's getting wetter than faster.
It's pretty cool though, huh? Lots of fluting. See all the river out in front of the house. Yeah, just put the sluice out there, man. Yep. So next episode, you'll see this thing more put together. But there it is. In 2 days I got something together that never existed before. Tomorrow it'll be done.